Am I the a-hole for wanting to leave my husband after he stole from me? When I was 5, my Nana gave me her tea set. It was given to her by her mother. My Nana had no daughters of her own, and I was the only girl of 11 children. So, she gave it to me. It's a full-bone china set. I don't know if it has monetary value, but its sentimental value is immeasurable. I have had it, kept it, used it for nearly 28 years. I wanted to pass it down to my own daughter or granddaughter one day. My husband knows it all. His sister and her family came to stay with us for a week. Whenever I have little girls over, I pull out my tea set for a tea party. I make tea sandwiches, scones, cake, biscuits. My Nana made tea parties a big deal with me, and I carry that on. So me, my sister-in-law, and her daughter had an afternoon tea party. It was a couple of weeks after that I had my friend and her daughters coming to visit. I planned a tea party. Morning, I made sandwiches, and went to pull my tea set out, and it was gone. I kept it in a cabinet in my kitchen. I washed it and put it away every time until the next time. I went a little mad looking for it. The visit came and went. I spent days tearing my house apart looking for it. Every cabinet, drawer, cupboards, the whole house was turned inside out. My husband even helped me. He was insistent that it couldn't have grown feet and walked away on its own. That's what gets to me. He knew damn well where it was, but he pretended that I had misplaced it. He knew how upset I was and tried to comfort me with promises to buy me a new set, as though a new set could replace my Nana's. A few weeks later, he came home with a cheap, thin-looking set that he bought at Walmart or something. I threw it in the bin. Call me ungrateful if you want. I don't care. I was ungrateful. Something you treasure, something of great sentimental value, given to you by your long-dead Nana, cannot be replaced, no matter how much, or little, in this case, the replacement cost. When I heard my husband on the phone, I heard him say that when we visit, to put it away and tell Melly to not mention it because I'm still upset about it. He didn't say the word tea set, but I knew. I knew that's what he was talking about. I walked in while he was still on the phone and called him a thief. He was like a deer in headlights. He quickly hung up and tried to explain. I wouldn't hear it. I told him to get it back. His sister called me, and I called her a thief. I told her to return it in the same condition she took it, or I would be calling the police. Then I hung up on her. My husband tried reasoning with me. He told me his niece loved it so much, and that kind of thing really is for little girls. He said he was going to talk to me about leaving it for her anyways, so where's the harm that she has it now? He said I was too old to be playing around with kids' toys, and I really should grow up. He said I was immature and it means nothing. What he meant is that it means nothing to him, so I should forget it. The next day, I not only went to the police to report the theft, I called my brother who lives in the same city as my husband's sister. My brother went around and got the tea set. My husband was livid and spent a couple of days calling me a lot of derogatory names. His tone changed when he came home to find me packing my stuff. He stole from me, pretended he didn't know anything about it, insulted me, tried to gaslight me. Now he's saying how sorry he is and that we can work this out. I don't think we can. I look at him and see someone who steals from me, lies to me, make me feel small. Someone untrustworthy who doesn't care about me. 2 of my brothers will be here tomorrow to help me move. I am taking everything that means anything to me because I don't think I'll see any of it again if I leave it all with him. We can fight it out in court about the rest. I've been told that I'm an a-hole to leave him over a tea set. But it's not just a tea set. It's my Nana's history. It's my history. It's years of happy memories with her, with my mother and other female relatives. Friends. He stole all of that from me when he gave it away. Am I the a-hole for calling it quits? Now for the comments. Not the a-hole. Glad you got it back and that you know it's time to go. Good luck. You're right. Good thing she knew it was time to go. OP, he lied about this. What else has he lied about? Definitely take everything that means even a small amount to you and let the court decide what you can keep. Also, do not drop the charges. Let his family learn that stealing has consequences. I'd be petty and get the tin set from Walmart out of the trash and send it to his sister with return address with his name. Next comment. I leave him so fast his head would swim. He doesn't respect you. He's a thief. He's dishonest. He has no integrity. And no one who did this to you could care anything about you. When I was really young, I married a man after a whirlwind courtship, and the day after we got married, I got to go back to work, but when I got home that night, he told me that he would find a box of memorabilia that I had, and because they were letters from other people, he had thrown them away. I told him if they weren't back in my house within just a few hours, he could get the F out of my house. They were in the dumpster as we were living in an apartment, and he did get everything back. I had lost all respect for him at that point and didn't know how things were going to turn out, and I ended up divorcing him 6 months later. Another common response: you were very, very lucky to get the box of letters back. My mother found a cardboard file box that I was storing in my grandmother's, not my mother's, garage. She took it down and in a leisurely fashion, my grandmother later explained, read every letter in the box. They dated from before years of uni to a couple of years after, pre-internet, and included correspondence from 2 boyfriends that I could rocket between mundane and quite steamy. Then she threw all of them out. Several hours after trash collectors emptied the bin, she smugly informed me what she's done. There was much larger box in the garage that was too heavy for my mother to move. I immediately found some help, lugged it to the post office, and shipped it to home to my apartment cross country. A couple of years later, my parents stopped speaking to me for good. It's hard and harsh, but a relief, to be honest.